In this video I'm going to share with you exactly how I went through the process of producing it, how I mixed the elements and everything around it, how I send it to record labels. So if you want to know how to release your tracks to record labels, watch this video until the end. You're going to get a lot of insights. I'm going to share with you everything around this project and it's going to be really sick. Classically, deep house usually starts with the intro, which is usually kicks, hi-hats, claps playing, and then the bass comes in. Everybody's probably asking now, how the hell did I produce this bass line? It's very simple. So the bass line, it's actually a preset, and it's a stock plugin preset from FL Studio. It is Flex, and it's the synth driven. It's ridiculously great. They have like a lot of really great presets. What kind of kick am I using? This here is a piv kick, which is from a sample pack. Very simple. You can hear as well this forest rain. I believe there's also a sidechain on it, so it gives space to the kick. And then obviously the most important elements when the arpeggiator or like the waves come in with a low pass filter. Which is just here. Rides come in. And the vocals. So just quickly, I found those really epic vocals and I realized that they definitely need some reverb. What plugins did I use? I definitely used the Valhalla Supermassive for the vocals, which is very simple. Short review Valhalla Supermassive. Those are the settings of it. And what's really important, how did I get the vocals to sound from this? I don't know. You can hear there's like compression, there's saturation, and the tools I use for that are super simple. So first of all, I used a stereo shaper, gave it like tiny bit of left, which is basically bringing the whole sound towards stereo. Then I added the sound codizer. Sound codizer with this setting, I really like this one. It brings us those frequencies from the vocals to sound even more clear and more beautiful. Then I added this compressor, fast attack, medium slow release. Yeah, just basically just kill all those transients. And then yeah, the rest is just a creative process, how the vocals just come together like this. The biggest and the most special part of this track is definitely the silence before the drop. Listen to this one. It's just this one here. Silence. I think it was really important because the vocals are so epic already. You need to give them silence. You need to give them more like a good feeling. As you can feel as well, those like synths, those pads actually, where are they? Those pads here. They get like a low pass filter, so which is just this one here. Instrument 2, which is this one here. I use this thing as a kind of like a little riser, but this riser gets a high pass filter, and then as soon as it gets closer to the drop, the high pass filter closes. Oh yeah, why did I double this? I believe I doubled this because channel 44 and this is channel 45, so I gave it different sort of processing. On channel 44 I have an EQ, sound equalizer, saturation knob, stereo field, and I append them left and right, so basically just creates more stereo fields but with the same amount of voices. And yes, I still use Kashmir crashes. This is just basically the Kashmir crash in a reverse, like reversed, and then when the breakdown starts, the Kashmir crash just comes in normally. I think this part of the vocals just makes it just the most beautiful part of it all. Again, here as well, to introduce those vocals, those come, I added this sunrise. Oh, actually that's just a reverse reverb to introduce the vocals again, which is really important. And then I added also like a little here sunrise, the channel panning, so basically probably it comes from I believe it comes from the left to the middle or to the right more. Make sure you like this video as well, subscribe to my channel to not miss out any tech house production or house music production tutorials, because there's a lot of good content coming up. Also make sure you check out Prayers on Spotify, it is out today, and definitely make sure you like it. Follow me on Spotify, follow me on my SoundCloud. If you're a DJ, buy this track, maybe put it into your DAW, and you can have a perfect reference track, which basically makes your music sound better. Yeah, let's just quickly go on mixing as well, because I believe the most important things you need in music production is saturation, an EQ, and then compression, limiting, and then obviously reverb, delay, or whatever cool effect you want to use, and a bit of stereo width. Those are like the most important elements. Other than that, that's basically what I use with all the elements. I just go on the kick, for example. The kick, it does make a big difference, or the kick without processing sounds like this. And with, I actually used a compressor here. This actually brings out the highs a bit more, and then I added this like, this EQ to bring out the click of the kick basically more. I'm talking about this click here. And this is the low end. Yeah, and then everything else is probably the same with hi-hats. Hi-hats, same. There's just a limiter here. But the limiter is not there to compress. This limiter is actually to bring out those transients more. So basically a hi-hat with this kind of settings, which is basically, it is not 2 to 1, 3 to 1, it is literally 1 to 2, which makes the signal louder, which makes it pops up. And if the release time is really low, it means that the transient of the hi is just gonna pop out. If it will be long, it would sound different. There you go. That was the extreme example. And then I used just a filter. The reason why I did this is very similar, is because this hi-hat had specific frequencies which were clashing, which actually hurt the ear. Without this EQ, if you make this hi really loud and you listen to it in a car on a club system or whatever, that means that you're gonna hear those frequencies and they're gonna hurt your ear and they're gonna destroy your eardrum. And it's really important to like sweep through the mix and just look for those frequencies. Oops, that's the wrong one. Which are hurting. That was one. That was one. And I believe this one was the last one here. Oh, that's the wrong one. There you go. So just filter out frequencies from the hi-hats which are hurting, and it's usually the hi-hats, it's rarely the clap, it's definitely not the bass. Let's just quickly go on as well on the bass. What exactly did I do here? I definitely cut away this like high end from the bass because it was clashing a lot with like all the other elements, the vocals and stuff. So, and also the kick, it wasn't really necessary. I added the saturation knob, which is a free plugin. I added the R bass there, which is again some sort of saturation, but you can actually pick the frequency you want to saturate the most. I have the Kotelnikov. The reason for that is very simple, because we need to make sure that the bass has energy, like has the same energy. It's not like has a high velocity in volume. So with the compressor, you make sure that the bass is like a sausage, it's like it's compressed sausage like, and the energy is very relevant. And then I have this LFO tool, which is matched to the kick. And then again, it's, as I said guys, this is all individual. This is not like the one option. This is not the one opportunity how you have to do it. This is not the one way you have to do it. There's multiple ways to do it, and you just need to make decisions based on what you feel, what you hear, what you think makes sense. You just maybe look on a spectrum analyzer and see what are the frequencies that are clashing with other bass. Like as you can see here, my bass is playing, and the bass is connected to instrument 3. For the reason for that is very simple, because I put this is a multi-band compressor. I put TDR Nova, which is a free plugin as well, and every single time the bass is playing, this instrument 3 is, this pad basically is ducking down, because I realized that it's a very low instrument itself and it's clashing with the frequencies from the bass. So I gave then the bass more space, because the bass is one of the most important things. Without it, maybe you will not hear this difference right now, but I believe that if you're involving in the music production journey, this is gonna make a big difference. Like sidechain compression or even multi-band compression, and like ducking elements down, give frequencies which are relevant and more important, more space to breathe in this whole context of the track. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole track. Definitely make sure you check this out on Spotify and on SoundCloud. I really put a lot of work into this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.